The video I'm about to show you, it's very, very disturbing.
Influencers or celebrities or whatever, that hookup culture is so normal that it's not even private anymore. That is, and that's with South Africans. I'm talking South Africans. That is why they consider South African women like that. If maybe Nigerian women are doing the same, they have the shame about it and they keep it a secret. You understand? So nobody's saying prostitution is wrong. Hey, selling yourself. No, but then we have
normalized it.
It's like, oh, it's whatever. We know.
Yeah, that's a person who went to school, who said on a podcast, they edited these videos. It's been accepted that prostitution or hookup culture should not be looked at with shame. It's been accepted. Now, this video, I want to premise it by this. If you're a young man, do not watch people like this. Do not watch videos of people like this. They will drain your hope in actually finding a partner. And I'm telling you, I speak that from experience. There was a period where I watched this stuff. This is garbage. Don't watch this stuff. It will only deteriorate your thinking. And again, once you start feeling your sympathy for people or women who are endangered by partners or whoever, whether it be GBV or whatever, once you feel your sympathy drain because of people like this who talk about things like this that these girls are about to talk about, that's your hint to stop watching, like immediately. 3 weeks ago from the time when I'm recording this, these girls, I don't know, they think they must think that this is top-notch content. This is garbage. They take an issue with couples having to split payments.
I don't know how I feel about rules.
I disagree with that one too.
She says she doesn't feel, the lady in the center says she doesn't know how she feels about rules. Oh, okay.
Like, no.
Yeah. I think the only one I take is the one of splitting the bill. I think that's just so weird and so unfair. And it's shocking that it's something that even has to be discussed to be fair. Like,
she has a problem with rules. But there is one rule she will not switch on. It's the issue of splitting the bill. No problem. Let's pass. With that in mind, that you are willing to shame women who don't have money. In the same video. Lebatla makutumani. Makutumani, I think it's a term in Pretoria or wherever, of guys who have money. But then at the same time, they are willing to shame the women who don't have money.
I'm saying you guys, like right now, tell me what you were from the club now. Obviously, it's time to sleep.
No, let's not talk about that. We're going to a second location. You're also going to a second location.
I'll come, Tony, but I don't have to stay the whole night.
So you want to go see baby boy?
Duh.
Your little yaya.
Okay, but honestly, I also say, okay, we're grown-ups, guys.
Oh.
We're grown-ups.
Yeah, that describes grown-ups. It deteriorates too. You cannot be serious.
I've just been hearing a lot of the same thing of that, oh, we like money too much, we're hoes, we don't have morals, we just, like, it doesn't matter. As long as there's money involved and we want the money, we are for the money. And I'm always, like, trying to defend us as well. Like, obviously, like, I'm always, like, trying to defend us and saying, like, it's not all of us.
Okay. It's not all of you. So, but what do you say about that?
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are going to go to the club.
Okay, yeah. If you thought she was about to correct that, no. Immediately after saying it's not all of us.
They are like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are going to go to the club, you're going to go to the club and you're going to meet certain types of girls who are saying, oh, let me go home with you. And then they go home, you go home with them, you guys do whatever, and then they ask for money. Why are you mad? What were you expecting as the guy to go home with a girl? To go sleep with her? And then...
So you just justified it. Prostitution, when sex is being associated with exchange for money.
What, you're expecting her to not ask for anything? Like, what were you expecting, like, from that whole interaction? Do you really think she likes you for you?
Yeah.
Do you even like her for her?
Do you even like her for her?
Like, how old are we here?
Like, how old are we, dude? Like, honestly. So if you're gonna come across those type of women in the club, can't paint all of us with the same brush.
Yes. When I'm in
the club.
Really?
And when you're going home with people that you don't know.
I'm gonna like literally switch right now.
Switch.
The argument will be, then if I buy you alcohol, what do you expect? It gets back to that conversation.
No.
This entire logic is literally along the same bucket.
Friend.
Like literally, if you're saying we're going home and we're sleeping together, men are also saying if I'm buying you bottles like this, alcohol like this, we're expecting.
I'm saying we're expecting when we are going home. I'm saying like if we agree to say we're going home together, guys, is there no like understanding to say what this is?
I promise.
Do we have to state it out? Oh, if I'm going to sleep with you, you need to give me money.
Or they think they paid with the alcohol.
Oh, that's what you...
Oh yeah, it's the same chat. Like, okay, I bought you alcohol.
Yeah.
I bought you champagne.
Yeah. So
You see, this is why I said, if you feel yourself weighing in sympathy when watching this, stop watching this. Because these girls or people that talk like them, it's like they don't hear themselves. Why are you even in that conversation of having to state going home, hookup culture? Why are you even in that hookup of a culture, of a thing? Why are you even there? Why are you teaching endorsement of how to negotiate? Why are you even doing that? Why are you guys sitting there? These look like young girls. they are helping the other guys. No, maybe negotiate, and what it goes on.
So
now you must
go
give me
home, and then
coochie.
yeah. So it's like the same thing. I think honestly, this whole thing for me, I'm saying no. Everyone should have a conversation. When you go home with somebody, you should say, okay, you're gonna give me something, right? Because I've had this.
So why are you even advising it? Why are you sitting there giving the advice? You understand the mindset. You understand the dangers of it. By the way, they go on to later on talk about the dangers of this thing.
And obviously the guys like you, right? You without your mind. You're not in your mind. But
So a girl went with someone. She asked for 50,000. The guy said, "You're not gonna get it."
I'm not giving you 50,000. The girl's like, okay, cool. I'm going to the police station. The guy's like, sharp.
I've had a
That's like the guy's thinking we are Hala. Apparently there's a syndicate where girls work with the police and lawyers to send you letters to like threaten to get you out of work. And it's a whole shebang. So that 50K is not just for her. She must pay these police. She must pay the lawyers. She must pay everyone that's in this program because it's a program. You understand? So, like, how do you guys then feel about girls doing that, taking advantage of the law and taking advantage of the fact that, of course, we have a GBV issue and now riding on that and using it to push sinister narratives?
Oh, I'm interested in this one. Now that you've brought in the GBV, you've brought in the entitlement, you've brought in all of them. You've brought now syndicates. You've brought crime intelligence. There's now crime intelligence in people getting money for sleeping around with people in hookup culture. You've brought all of them. So what is the conclusion?
I think it's just obviously like it's not good at all. Obviously I stand against it. I don't think that women or people in general should be doing that to begin with. But at the same time, I'm also on like a scam is a scam.
And you don't get to control.
Is a scam. You got scammed. You don't get to control how you got scammed. You got scammed. And my thing is you as a person have to now move with precaution. You have to know how to move in any situation.
Why are you even there? Why are you giving the advice? No, there should be discussion. Why are you giving that advice when you know that there is such danger? It's, I made a video about a club that burned and kids died in it. And I spoke about young people are losing the sense of danger. Like they don't sense it. It's like danger is here. They are looking at it. They just don't sense it. There are things you can't avoid, like crime, hijacking, being robbed. Those kind of things. You can't avoid that. That can happen anywhere to anyone. But this, you can. Just don't be there. But instead, it's a girly talk. You're giving advice. No, there should be that discussion. Why should she go with you? And who told you that you should expect anything when you get? Why are you even there?
So same thing.
A real friend. Hey,
don't be don't be surprised now when you get into these type of situations when you put yourself in those positions.
So the person put themselves in that situation. But how did it start? It's the hookup culture. So why speak in... I don't understand.
Put yourself in that position by going home with a woman that you don't know. That you...
You put yourself... Say that again.
Be surprised now when you get into these type of situations when you put yourself in those positions. You put yourself in that position by going home with a woman that you don't know, that you met same night. You put yourself in a position at risk. You put your life at risk. You put the friends of the people you are at that villa, your assets, your passport. You don't know. What if she could have drugged your drink and then you went to sleep and then she cleaned you?
The women themselves are also...
So they put themselves there. They put themselves in danger. But then you were just giving advice on there must be negotiations. Why is she not entitled to something? You guys spent all that time talking about that. But then you go to speak about the dangers and be like, yeah, you're the one who went to sleep with a person you don't know. Yeah, that's the whole hookup culture. Why are you even there? They spend a lot of time talking about Mavuso. Yeah, Mavuso is sleeping with a person you don't know. Why are they even there?
Fighting for GBV, that putting purple profile pictures. They're calling us the purple gang and they're saying, what do the purple gang say about this? She knew what she was doing. She knew that she was going home with a stranger, so what was she expecting? Because now it's like we're undermining this fight that women are trying to have. We're trying by all means to say, hey, a woman gets to, all of that. You're not gonna beat me up. You're not gonna, right? But then you are the same person that will go home with a man that you don't know, sleep with them, wake up drugged, and then you want us to fight for you. What were you expecting? Do you see, like, it
is kind of tricky.
You guys spent so much time making an argument for why they deserve 50,000, why they deserve 10,000. At one point, they were even saying 500 for that. Yeah, in the very same conversation. Then later on, the dangers raise, and then now they want to address. You can't do both. This is where you see that what people call truth, it's not truth. What do I mean? Because you cannot speak in promotion of it. You cannot be advising it. You can't be advising it and telling them how to navigate that entire thing and then say, you know what, caution. You see this video here that these girls did. This is a clear sign of what the problem is. Okay, Ricky, what should happen? There is no hookup culture. Why are you even involved in that? Why are you even involved in that? Now, if you were to come here and say this conversation is wrong, they'll say which part? Because why? They don't even hear themselves. They don't even realize that they themselves, the conversation that they just spent all this time speaking, it's meaningless. This is how people are silenced. If you wanted to hear how people are silenced, this is how people are silenced. They are silenced because the very same people that are giving the advice are the very same people that say, we are giving caution. Which one is the caution? You spent this entire time telling them how to navigate it. What was that for? So watch it. don't be silenced. Because the very people having the conversation saying 500 is too small, the very same people who are doing that, okay? Let's be very clear here. It's not all women who are having that conversation. People like these ladies here on this podcast. They don't even realize that the conversation they are having is senseless. It makes no sense. You can't give caution and then you are telling them how to navigate it. You can't. You either stand against it or thinking, oh, I'm always supporting it. You are supporting us how? When you are advising them to put themselves, which you yourself just described, is danger. Why? Because their mind has not argued the subject matter enough to give solid advice. You see, you can only advise the subject matter when you've talked about. That's why they can talk about it as two different topics in the same video. They don't even hear it. That's how they silence people. Because if you were to come and say you're not for the girlies, they'll show you the part where they were saying the girls should do what they want. If you say that, but you guys, you are putting girls in danger, they will show you the second part. What's your argument then? Because you don't realize what has just happened. What has just happened is that a person who claims to be speaking the truth, not speaking the truth, has a mixture of both light and darkness. You ladies need Jesus. You need Jesus times 2. Jesus and Holy Spirit and God the Father on top. You need Jesus strong. You need Jesus strong. This conversation you were having here, or this talk, this advice you were giving here, it's going to put many women, many young women in danger because they're listening to you. Podcast. Yes.